Gelin başaranlarla, bizlerle birlikte olun. Değişime ortak olun. E-Study Box.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kazim Sayed, and I welcome you all at eStudy Box. Today, we have got a guest speaker from India, and she'll be speaking about empowering teachers with innovative pedagogy for teaching students, teaching gifted students. Dr. Deepika Kohli would be our guest today. She's an assistant professor at Khalsa College of Education, Punjab, India. She was awarded PhD degree from Punjab University, Chandigarh, having teaching experience of over 14 years in different teaching education institutions. She's guidance worker and permanent member of People's Court, the Lok Adalat. Dr. Deepika is an acclaimed author, researcher, and dissertation supervisor of master's and PhD students. Her research interests are in educational research, education technology, inclusive education, and pedagogical techniques and approaches. So today I welcome Dr. Deepika at our eStudy Box learning platform. So I'll request Dr. Deepika to please start her webinar.
Thank you so much, Kazim, and greeting of the day to all. So today we are here for this virtual meeting. The purpose of this is the topic which I'm going to take up is gifted student because it is related to giftedness, right? So I hope my screen is visible because from my side it's yeah. So it is empowering teachers with innovative pedagogy for teaching gifted students. So it was my own work, right? I have developed 4-week MOOC design and development in the year 2001. So I have, devised or prepared my presentation in a two parts. In the first half, we will be discussing about little bit about giftedness and gifted students and some of the strategies which we can use for the gifted students in the classroom. And second will be I will be having a tour of my learning management system where I launched this MOOC, that is massive open online course under OER for Better World UNESCO. Now, when we talk about this presentation, the learning outcome of my presentation is at the end of this presentation, you all will be able to explain the meaning of gifted students because to understand the various innovative pedagogical strategies for gifted students, we must know about the meaning of gifted students and what are the major characteristics of these students and choose appropriate innovative pedagogical strategies for gifted students and some of the strategies which are very important with reference to space learning, mnemonics, mind map, analogies, metaphors, Z2A approach, teach, write, discuss, think, pair, share. And then very important, the second part of my presentation is creating a MOOC, open educational resource that is basically under Creative Commons license, step, platform, and accessibility, and then the tour of LMS used. So moving ahead. So, dear friend, first of all, a very small exercise for you. I think you all will be able to identify the personality, right? So, if you just have a look over this image, quickly there is something in your mind that you might have heard about him or you have read somewhere you view this picture in the past also, right? So, you can identify the personality. And yes, you are absolutely right. He is none other than Albert Einstein, right? So every child, every learner, every young he or she knows about Albert Einstein. There is one famous quote, right? That is, everyone is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. So every student or every child is genius at their own, they have their own capabilities, they have their own capacities, they have their own need. We cannot assess, we cannot provide the same kind of treatment to every learner. So we cannot judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, because we know that he cannot climb a tree, and it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. So same thing is happening in our society. We are expecting a lot from our students or the children. But what we should do, we should focus only on the needs, talent and capacities of these students. Now you can have a look over this picture. A picture is worth a thousand words. So one teacher in a classroom, we cannot treat every child like, no doubt every child is unique. There is equal opportunities for everyone, but we should not expect a same response from every child, because every child is different. For a fair selection, every day has to take the same exam. Please climb the tree. It's not possible. Everyone cannot climb. So every child is different. The above image shows the same situations, and the same situation is with our learners in the classrooms, or we can say our educational institutions. So there is one like guide. According to Master in Special Education Program guide, Einstein's alleged learning difficulties are highly controversial. Leading autism expert Simon Baron Cohen believes that Einstein suffered from Asperger's syndrome, which made him socially awkward. But anecdotal evidences, that the evidences the collected from the daily life, shows that he had difficulty communicating clearly and delivered notoriously confusing lectures. He also had obsessive single-minded interest. Baron Cohen suggests that individuals with autism also have genes for grasping complex systems, including math, music, physics, and computer programming. And many a time, many believe that Einstein suffered from dyscalculia, a mathematical learning disorder that allowed him to see the number and formulas differently. So it's like the jumbles. So, but literature reviews suggest, like the recent researches which has been carried out in the recent past, that suggests that he was a genius, because Einstein was gifted in mathematics, algebra, and physics. So, what I believe is, if there is some, a difficulty level among the learners, or some kind of, a disability, the God has compensated in other hand, right? So, Einstein was gifted in three major areas, that is mathematics, algebra, and physics. And moreover, now the question arises, how being teachers or facilitator one can identify gifted children, because in our classroom there is diversity. There are different type of student. The students are from different social culture background. They are from the different religion, different region, and moreover, most importantly, they are having different interest, capabilities, and talents. And what are their characteristics, and what innovative strategies we can use to include them in inclusive setting. So the purpose of this presentation was just to give a view that what gifted children looks like. So these are some of the common characteristics of gifted learner. They have excellent memory, but this is just a small list, you can say. This is not a conclusive, so it the characteristics may vary from individual to individual. So these are some of the journalized characteristics common. They have excellent memory, and the thinking is abstract, complex, logical, and insightful, and longer attention span and intense concentration, and they have deep intense feeling and reactions, and highly sensitive. uh, Usually large vocabulary and complex sentence structure for age. They enjoy solving problems, especially with numbers and puzzles. So these are just the common characteristics which I have observed in my classroom. So if we talk about Gardner multiple intelligence theory, there are different dimensions of intelligence. So seven type of intelligence is there. So the students or the learner who have a good communication skill, or they have good vocabulary, they also come under giftedness. Now, what type of innovative pedagogical strategies we can use for gifted children? So, innovative or modern pedagogical, first of all, what basically the innovative pedagogical strategies? So, whenever we are in a classroom, we need to use different kind of techniques, different kind of tools to make our teaching learning process effective and efficient. And gone are the days when we are only dependent upon the traditional or a conventional method of teaching. Now, because it's 21st century, moreover, the students have the exposure with the help of different social medias. So, the dealing with each and every kind of student in the classroom is a challenging task for the learner, for the teacher. So, when we talk about the gifted students, also we can use different innovative strategies for them. And whenever we talk about innovative strategy, it means something novel, something new, something creative. So teacher must have creative ideas in her or his mind before stepping into the classroom, because whenever we step it into the classroom, we are not knowing about the moods of the students, their interest, and we sometimes we need to adjust our strategies, right? And when we talk about innovative or modern pedagogical strategies, these are those ways, these are new ways of teaching which help the teacher and facilitator to achieve goals as well as instructional objective. Because every teacher need to frame some instruction objective before carry on the teaching learning process in the classroom, because the teacher is involved in the classroom in such a manner, then his or her focus is on achieving the goal or the achieving the instruction objective which is developed by the teacher for a particular lesson. And if the teachers supplement them with the different techniques and tools in the classroom, and teacher is using some new ways, new techniques, it's basically the innovative modern pedagogical strategies. And specifically for the children who are of special need or a gifted student or a slow learner, teacher need different strategies to make them attentive, retentive, and so to fit in the classroom. So these strategies involve different ways of viewing the existing practices. So these are the carefully designed intended plan or set of plan to provide a conducive learning environment to the students or the learners. Now these are some of the following are some innovative pedagogical strategies. So it could be offline and online that every teacher can embrace in the classroom. Now, when we say innovative pedagogical strategy, because one thing is clear, these are the novel ways, these are the novel techniques, new, something new. These are creative in nature. But it doesn't mean that we can use or supplement only in our face to face classes. We can also supplement during the online classes. Because in the last 2 years, uh, since 2019, December 2019, we have faced being a teacher multiple challenges, that how to be a proximity with our learners, because the whole structure or whole educational system has been shifted from online learning to shifted from face to face to online learning. So at that time we realized that we must have some strategies in our hand, though it may be a digital or online strategy which will help us to communicate with our students in a good interesting manner. So these are some of the strategies you can regard it as offline and the online, like problem mapping, then role playing and scenario analysis based teaching, creative teaching. And I think across the globe, creative thinking, critical thinking, and creativity is talk of the day. So we want that our student or the learner should be creative. So even in some cases, what we have seen, if the student is gifted, he might be creative also, and he is gifted, he might have some kind of disability also. So the equilibrium always is there. So curriculum compacting is one of the most important strategy in the classroom. Telescoping, so curriculum telescoping, or we can say the acceleration, think aloud, Q discussions, so that was given by the experts, think, peer, share, co-authoring, cooperative learning, expert group method, learning detective. It's very interesting. Learning detectives, independent projects, Philip 66, and peer editing. So all these strategies are given by some expert, and there is one document that is 100 innovative strategies for the which we can use in the classroom. So I have referred in at my reference section or the citation section. We can have a look over the all the strategies. These are some of the strategies which I am using in my classroom to deal with those learners. Now, this is the second part. Till now, we have little bit talk about the gifted student, their characteristics, and what innovative strategies we can use. Moving forward to 4 week MOOC development, I want to share the motivation behind it, why I've developed this course. Because I am dealing with so many students every day. Approximately in my institution, there are more than 1,000 students. So in my classroom, I'm a teacher trainee. So the population is basically from in 19 to 20 years to 45 year of age, the students' age. So what I have observed that some of the students in my classroom, they are not benefited with the regular classroom teaching or the conventional methods or the traditional method. They feel monotonous in the classroom, or they sit on the last benches, big benches, because teachers are not able to uh, uh, teachers are not able to involve them in the classroom. Because when we are in the classroom of 100 students or the 50 students or 40 students, we need to take care of the need of each and every child. But there are some students in every classroom, those who feel that they are not comfortable in the classroom. The reason may be any, because deviation from normal probability is on the both the side. It could be a negative or the positive. So to meeting their needs, to make them interested in the classroom, I thought that there should be some course that should be open course, that should be readily available for all the teacher at free of cost. I need to work upon the course which suggests the teacher regarding the different innovative pedagogical strategy which a teacher can use in the classroom. So when I launched this course, I also offered so many activities to my participant. And moreover, the participant of my course were teacher educator, curriculum planner, policy maker, and parents also. Because the activities are planned in such a way that everyone can be included or accommodated in that activities. So this was the first reason why I choose this MOOC. And my MOOC was focusing mainly on gifted and slow learners. So these are the terms which we usually read or described to refer to some students. They have some criteria like standard uh, to be in a giftedness or in a slow learning. And the second is, I have been teaching inclusive education and special education since 2009. So it is a area of interest and area of research for me. So it's a 4 week massive open online course development, innovative pedagogical strategies for gifted and slow learners. And that was under the International Online Mentoring Program, Open Education for a Better World, that's called as OE for Better World, under UNESCO, which has been designed to unlock the potential of open education in achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goal. And this was the brochure which we have used at that time to disseminate the information, because if you are launching a course, you need to disseminate the information to the masses from the different social medias. So the MOOC development process is quite simple or easy, but whenever you are launching or implementing the MOOC courses, it's sometime it's challenging also, because we need to take care of various things. We need to take care of the timeline, our timelines, the whole planning, the content structure, the what kind of platform we need to use, what type of sub modules we need to use. So for developing of any MOOC or for designing of any MOOC, the three things which I have kept in my mind is timeline, planning, and its implementation. So it depends upon the individual how you are approaching your MOOC. So I'm talking about my approach. So if we're talking about my approach, plan my activities in such a way that whole the course is completed within a stipulated period of time. This course was basically for 1 month duration. 30 credits were and 2 credits were allotted, and it's of 30 hours. So a student can go through this course within a 1 month duration. And needless to mention that this MOOC is under open educational resources. And dates is very important. We need to mention the dates, like the launching of first module, second module, third module, and fourth module. Along with we
Right. I think we had some internet problem at Dr. Deepika's end. So as soon as she is able to join us, we will continue the webinar again. Thank you. Right. She's with us now. Thank
I
you.
think there was some connection issue.
Yes. All right. We can resume.
Okay, so I'll resume from the same slide. Okay, so MOOC development, Kazim, I am audible. Is it everything fine?
Everything is fine. You can see it.
Is everything fine?
Yes. Everything is fine. Great.
Okay, I'm okay. So I was talking about the MOOC development process. So timeline, we need to take care of the timeline also, because we have conducted or organized some quiz, some activities, daily activities were also there. And the planning part. Planning is very crucial. Whenever you need to do some task, your planning is playing an important role. So half of the work is done if you have planned in a proper manner. So if we talk about the planning, my planning was revolve around the course design, its structure, its module, credit, and the target group. So in this MOOC, gifted student, this MOOC, I have devised 6 modules, and every module have sub modules like subsections. So we have incorporated some tools like videos. We have used some podcasts. We have used some PDF. We have used some CC open like CC licenses material also. And the mentor of my this course is Dr. Ramesh Sharma. He is a renowned educationist from India. And during the planning of this whole course, designing of whole course, one of the toughest tasks is to organize the content matter, because we have one principle, easy to complex, right? So that was the phase where I need to think over it, that what type of content or the topics I need to add it in a section 1, module 1, 2, because subsequently the more content I need to add it, right? So planning means the whole design, its time, duration, its credit, target group, collaboration, because I have launched this MOOC course under OER for Better World UNESCO International Mentoring in collaboration with my institution where I am presently working, because it basically enhance your credibility if you have there is one institution behind the course. And moreover, the arrangement of the subtopic or submodules in then planning with respect to its activities, daily activities, then planning with regard to its quiz, how I'm going to approach the quiz, what type of question should be there. And very important, we have used two performers, like the form that is pre-course survey and the post survey. Pre-course survey we have used before initiating the or launching of the course or the module 0. So we have module 0 also. I'll show you live on my LMS. And for that purpose, the from module 0 to module 6, it's a long journey in the development of whole course content and the material. So we need to plan in advance. We cannot say that I'm going to launch first module and I'll plan the second afterward. No, we need to plan the MOOC development in advance. All the 6 module, the syllabus, the curriculum should be planned before in hand. And very important thing, for each module we have chalked out the learning outcomes also, like what are the learning outcomes which are we need that the student should know, and they can be able to grasp those concepts after the completion of the course. So this is little bit about the planning of the course design, its module, and the credit. Then its implementation. one of the toughest part, how to implement it, like accessibility, how to reach to my audience. That is one of the most important factor. Now, no doubt, we have different platform. We have online video conferencing tool. We have LMS, which are free. But the when we talk about the accessibility, there are various students who are located at some far-flung area where the internet connection is not good. So I also need to use two major, media, that is WhatsApp and Telegram. So I used WhatsApp and Telegram extensively for this MOOC, accessibility. So whenever there is some activity posted on a canvas, I used to post it on the Telegram as well as my WhatsApp group. Now, why two different platform? Some of my students are more comfortable, or participants are more comfortable on WhatsApp, but some are not comfortable by, they don't want to show their numbers to others, phone numbers. So what I did was, I made one group on Telegram also. So this way I managed the whole course. So no doubt it's self-paced, but being a facilitator, I need to facilitate each and every participant, because if I am an inclusive education instructor or a special education instructor, I myself should accommodate and adjust each and every kind of learner. So the related to accessibility, I tried my best to reach to my learner via different platforms. No doubt, I have the major platform I have used is Canvas, right? And it is easy to use on mobile phones. I can also use Moodle, but my students were not very comfortable on Moodle. So presently we have different, platform which we can use, or LMS we can use to, launch our course. After accessibility, the its promotion is very important. If you are working on a particular MOOC, or if it's not of with related to your national agency, if you are making it open, like open educational course under some CC license, then the next challenge is how to promote it. For promotion, we have made a brochure. For brochure, we circulated among different groups, we circulated through emails, we approached the student, we approached parents, and I am happy to share that I secured 1,400 enrollment across the globe for this MOOC. But on the whole, like 800 students were able to complete within a stipulated period of time. So, on the request of those who were not able at that time, we are going to launch this MOOC soon again. Then accessibility, yes, we were able to reach to our masses. Then promotion, we are able to secure the good enrollments, because it mainly it was free course, free of cost. Then very important is engagement of masses. Now, when I say engagement of masses, masses here does not only mean student learners. The parents were also there, the teachers were there, the teacher educators were there, teacher trainees were there. So it was a challenges to engage them. And for engagement, again, I use different activities to, so that they can, go through the activities, they can involve in the activities, they are able to, they were able to communicate it with each other. So through discussion forum also, we were able to engage our participant. So this was a little bit about my the whole MOOC development. The process seems to be easy, but it's not as easy. Now, if somebody is working on MOOC, or if anybody want to work on massive open online courses, because my course focused on gifted student, so I have some constraint. I need to be restricted to gifted and slow learner only, because and this was not related to a course content of a particular university. Now, this course was the course which was related to the professional development of the teachers, and a helping hand for the parents who are dealing with those students. Now, these are some of the essentials for MOOC. Whenever you are working on a MOOC, massive open online course, these are some of the essentials or important elements which you need to take care or taken into consideration while working on your massive open online course. So these are modules, small activities, your quiz and assignment, pre-course survey, post feedback, and social medias. So when I say module or a content, it's important to chalk out the learning outcomes first. If your module is not having a learning outcome, then I think there is no the student would not be able to know what is the basic content under these modules. They will be able to know what they are going to get from these modules. So learning outcome is very important. Then syllabus, the syllabus, it could be the content material, then the whole like content, it could be termed in like the curriculum, because when we say curriculum, it's a syllabus plus some various activities. Then the second part is because you want to engage the learners. If I'm talking about gifted students, then there might be some chances that some of my participant can also be gifted, because the identification of giftedness is not possible if we are sitting at distant places. So sometimes teacher need to observe the student also. Some standardized tools can be used for identification of gifted children. But that is also there in my mind, that what if my student or participant is also gifted, so I need to you know uh, organize some small activities. And that was a daily small discussions and activities through Canvas, Telegram, and WhatsApp. And I was available, being a facilitator, I was available for my learner most of the time. Then quiz and assignment. So the success of any MOOC is not achieved until or unless we have some formal kind of assessments or the assignments. No, these were marked. It was a self marked quizzes and the assignments. So and we have used a weekly module wise quiz. So there is one module like then a quiz, the second module quiz. In the third week we have launched third and fourth module. In the fourth week we have launched fifth to sixth module. So for every module, that there was a quiz related to that module. Then pre-course survey, because we want to know the level of the learners. We want to know their expectations. We want to know whether they are familiar with the social medias or the platform which we are going to use for launching of our MOOC. We have developed one pre-course survey which we provided to all the participants at the beginning of the course. Then of course, if you are working so hard for your course, you want to get the feedback. So post feedback was also sought. That was before the completion of the course, or we can say that at the end of the course. That was related to the feedback of our content delivery, our syllabus, curriculum, activities, assessment, and the difficulty and suggestions were also asked from them. Then, very important essential or element of MOOC is social media, because uh, it is important to use that social media which can help the learner or which is readily accessible to all the learner. So I have already mentioned that for this we have used multiple medias. We were not dependent only on one particular platform or a media. We have used different platform, right? So this was related to uh, innovative pedagogical strategies, the strategies for gifted student. Mainly, my focus was 4 week design, MOOC design and development. Now I want to show you the platform. I want to have a tour of the platform and how everything was structured. So I'm going to share with you all. So I hope you are able to see this. Okay, Kazim, can you confirm it? The screen is appearing.
Just like, yes, it is. We can see it now.
Okay, thank you. So this was my course, and that was on Canvas. So I'll show you the different courses right now. The last year I have launched a creativity in school education, that was also on the under open educational for better world UNESCO. This year I am working, this is my unpublished course, digital detox. Soon within 10 days we are going to launch this very important course, digital detox to avoid digital fatigue and create mindfulness. And the important feature of these courses are these are absolutely free for everyone. It is just for your professional development, and you can earn 2 credit also. So I'm going to show the whole structure. So first of all, the syllabus. So this was the how I have organized it. These are the course objectives. So these are not the module wise objective. These are the course objective. Then under module we have chalked out the learning outcomes. So after completing the course, the participant of this course will be able to narrate the concept and characteristics of exceptional learners, categorize the exceptional learners, identify and classify the gifted learner, then implement innovative pedagogical strategies for teaching the gifted learner, identify and classify the slow learners, and pedagogical strategies for slow learner. Then further, we have course modules, then submodules. Module 1 is exceptional learners. So these are the learning outcomes, and these are the sub content. Like for first module, we have these are the learning outcomes, and these are the topics like exceptional learners, meaning and definition, meaning of learners, definition, differentiate, special education, integrated and inclusive education. Then this exceptionality, the concept, exceptional learner, and inclusion. Then module 2 was related to characteristics and categorization. These are the learning outcomes, and these are the content, how to classify the exceptional learner, identification, some case study related to exceptional learner. Then third module, because module 1 and 2 was basic modules. Third was related to gifted, the concept, characteristics, classification, identification. And fourth was the all about innovative strategies for gifted learners. And these were the special reference to compacting, telescoping, celebration, problem mapping, expert group method, learning detectives, independent project, tired instruction, Phillips 66, and peer editing. Then the next was how to implement the strategy in the classroom. Then related to slow learners, and then the strategies related to slow learners. So you can have a look over here. This was the pre-course survey, post-course survey we have used, and the credentials we have asked for before providing the certificate. These were the module-wise quizzes which were available here. Now I'll be showing you the module-wise content. So we have started with module 0 because we need to give some, theoretical background of our whole course. So we have given a welcome address. It's like the welcome to the course. Some images we have used that was under CC license. Further, uh, there was welcome address by the principal of the institution. This was the collaborative venture. Then moving ahead, it was a welcome note by me because I was the course development and instructor. This was the brochure we have used. So we have also provided a brief on Open Education Better World project, what this MOOC all about. This was by my mentor. And we have also give some instruction related to how to move toward a Canvas platform. And moving ahead, we have also mentioned welcome, and it's obligatory for everyone to greet. So these are the by the students. So it has 3 pages, so it was a long descriptions of everyone. So this was the after that we have asked for pre-course survey. This was a pre-course survey. We have also available for a particular time period. If we make it more open, then the participant can be more lenient. So we have made it compulsory to fill for everyone within a stipulated period of time. Now moving ahead, this was all about module 0, then it was module 1. So we have started with the meaning and definitions, of course, with every module having learning objectives. So I have referred each and every source or cite each and every source which I have used. So module 1 learning outcomes. Then moving ahead, so how I have started it. So in between, I have used some videos. So I will not be able to show you each and everything. Just have a look over the course. So this was module 1. Then every module was assessed by quiz. So it's multiple choice quiz. Then module 2, 3, 4. So these are the modules. Then if I talk about the enrollments, so these here with this platform Canvas, we can also look for the students and teachers. So you can have a look, like we have secured 1497 enrollment, and it was really overwhelmed response from everyone across the globe. Then some quiz I have already mentioned. So under assignment section, that was pre-course survey, and these are the assignment for everyone. That is compulsory. So before issuing the certificate, the quiz attempt of quiz is necessary. So we checked for each and everyone. Then announcements or discussions. So these are some of small activities which are there. So these were the activities. So these are the regular activities. We tried to make it interesting. So this was the whole course which I wanted to share, that nowadays it's easy to develop MOOC, but little tough when we need to organize the content matter. So this is all about this tour of Canvas. So, to conclude, I can say that if you are a teacher, if you are a teacher educator, one of the most important, obligation or responsibility of a teacher is to help their learner in the classroom so that they won't feel, isolation in the classroom. So we have seen there are some students who feel isolated in the classroom because teacher are not capable enough to deal with those students, and there is no excuse for teacher. There should not be any excuse that the student is not learning, he's not interesting. As per my opinion, because I have been into teaching from the last 15 years, there is no student who is not interested in your classes, but the way you are teaching, that may lead to disinterest among the learners. So if you are a teacher, you are capable to use different strategy in the classroom. If you are capable to develop some courses for your students, which they can use as a flipped learning, also you can also use flipped learning. This will have the learner to be more engaged in their classrooms. And no doubt, if we are a student, if we are a teacher of let's say student who are 35 to 40 in numbers, this is little challenging because every student has their own needs. And if we are dealing with the special children, then we have a different kind of obligations. And my course was basically, and my this whole content revolve around the general classroom, where we can integrate or we can include each and every student in our classrooms, right? So if you are a teacher, if you are a teacher educator, it's your responsibility that you should devise, as well as you should use those strategy in your classroom which help your learner to feel like they are the part of the system. We should not think that we should integrate the student in the classroom. We should think that they are the part of our system, they are the part of our classroom. We don't need to do something extra, we just need to accept them. We should need to show some care toward them, and we should use some strategies which can help them to be a part of your system. And you don't need extra money, you don't need some cost, there is no cost involved, it's just a planning. So whenever you are planning your lesson in the classroom, what you need to do is you need to supplement your instructions with some aids as well as some strategies, little bit small strategies. It can be of 1 minute duration or a 2 minute duration, uh, with the help of which each and every kind of student can feel benefited in the classroom, though it may be a learning disabled student or a gifted student or a slow learner, uh, because our motive is inclusivity, inclusion for all, right? So this is all about my presentation. So if you have any question, you can ask me on WhatsApp.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Deepika. It was really wonderful listening to you, especially
Yeah.
the topic that you highlighted. It's really important for the teachers and the students. And we do have one question. One
Yes, Kaz.
participant asked how to identify students with specific learning needs.
Hmm. So because we have some checklist also which are available, because I'm living in India, and we have agency that is NCRT, National Council for Educational Research and Training. They have provided us with the checklist to every school, that how to identify the gifted students or the student who are different learning disabilities or abilities. And we have some standardized tools also which are available, I think, across the globe. But whenever we choose some standardized tool, we need to take into consideration the culture also, because some tests or psychological tests are culture fair, some are not, some are restricted. So three ways we can use. First is standardized tools which are available. Second is any checklist which are available or provided by your agency in your country or your school system. Third is teacher observation. One of the most important thing is, or the tool in the hand of the teacher, is teacher's observation. Teacher, by observing, by interviewing, by face to face contact, can identify the needs of the students.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Deepika. I will again thank you a lot for your time and wonderful talk. And
Most pleasure.
we will, yeah, thank you very much. And we will be arranging more seminars and webinars like this. So please stay tuned to eStudy Box. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kazim. Thanks for opportunity. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gelin başaranlarla bizlerle birlikte olun. Değişime ortak olun. eStudy Box.